activities or some kind of like experiences. So which is like, much more of a burden for this generation. So that is a lot to place on the shoulders of a high school senior or colleague freshman or like, colleague students. And it results in school becoming a major challenge for today's young people. So that is my first issue. The first issue. And the second issue would be, wait, identity development, which is like very important among adolescents, because like in our adolescent phase, we didn't really realize, what is our identity. We have to be, exploring our identity, and we have to, find out how well we know about ourselves, our personality, our values, or our goals. So unfortunately, often our family or sometimes the society itself or our environment, they influence us in the way we see our lives, or sometimes the way we make our life choices. So sometimes it can be helpful, but on the other hand, we should explore how we really feel and what we really want to, and we need the independent of outside the influences, so that when decisions are being made, like career decisions or some kind of like, other decisions, we can own those decisions as our own, so that, there'll be no regrets. If we, could make our decisions out of our consent, that there will be no regret. So we can, the transition from adolescence to young adulthood can be very much exciting, but on the other hand, very much confusing as well. So some of us may feel, so isolated and alone, and, everyone else has it together. Everyone has, have the capability to, how to say that, manage everything together, but I'm the one being messy or something like that. So people may feel that way, but, we have to walk through the feeling of being in between one stage of life and the next, and often striving for independence from parents, but we still needs them for some kind of like, for some we need financial support, or some for the other we need like, emotional support or some, and so on. So developing a clearer picture of possibilities can help to establish hope and optimism for the future, but it can also feel overwhelming to some of us. So this identity development is, like quite scary in Myanmar, because like mostly, when it comes to making decisions of, our educational choices or career choices, like the parents take part in it. Like it has become like a tradition to us, but that is like totally, I may say it wrong, because like, the way I found my career identity was like, like quite, how do you say that, different than the others in Myanmar, because like uh, when I was young, when I was like in entering adolescent age, like when I was 15 or something, or ninth standard. I hope my mom won't be upset with me for sharing this. And like my parents, they wanted me so bad to be a medical student, be a doctor. But on the other hand, I have like some kind of like trauma with blood, or some blood and some kind of like surgical things. So like I used to mention, when people ask me what do you want to be when you get older, I would just say a doctor out of nowhere. But they're inside, I'm not sure what I'm gonna be, but I really have that strong will to be someone in, standing on behalf of Myanmar, representing Myanmar or something like that. I have something that it's that thing in mind, and I don't have any clear occupational, how to say that, goals or something like that. But when I finished like 10th grade, like the matriculation standard, I set out, like I go out and then I apply for jobs at 16. I think I got my first job at 16. And there I applied at my English school, because like in Myanmar, if you're under 18, you can't work legally at other places. So I asked for a job at, a very low paid job at my English school. And then like they gave me the job of school assistant. And then there, like after months, I got promoted to, long story short, promoted to assistant teacher. So there, I kind of find out that, I enjoy teaching, and I enjoy like sharing things to people, and standing for some kind of like, as an assistant teacher, I stand for the students, or sometimes for the teacher as well. So I'm kind of in between advocator for the students, or some kind of or the teachers. So when the colleague applications are available, when the 10 standard results are out, like I got distinctions in my science subjects. So my parents wanted asked me like if I wanted to, pursue a career about science related, like, engineering or some kind of like things. And I first thought that, give a thought about it, and but I feel like that's not my thing, because I really enjoy teaching and I really enjoy, uh socializing with people, working with people. So I think that is not my thing. And then when I reflect on what I have been doing up to, from the starting of my work to, up to till that moment, I was like, advocating between the teacher and my kids. So okay, finally I think being a lawyer won't be bad, or start pursuing a career concerning law would be, somewhat interesting. So I made my own decision, because I found out my real identity out of that experience. So that is important, because like if I, follow my parents' advice, or some kind of like, someone's advice, like, maybe engineering is good, or something, some kind of like career is good, I don't like want to say, that those things are bad, but for me, I'm not suited for that. So yeah, for if I pursue, somewhat, by the influence of someone else, I would be regretting this time. But now I'm really happy with the choice I made, because it was, the decision made out of my own identity. So that is very much important. And I'm also like exploring like my personality identity, or some kind of like, other identity as well. Okay, and let's go to the next slide. And the other thing, which is like quite very dangerous, is the peer pressure. When talking about peer pressure, many of the young adults struggle with peer pressure because they crave a sense of belonging, which means that almost all of us want to fit in where we get in. So peer pressure persuaded young adults to stage like some kind of like diet competitions to see who can reach the lowest weight, or and then essentially young adults want to be accepted. This can cause, uh people to, wanting to be part of the cool crowd, and then may even play a major role in introducing drugs to young adults. And also many young adults also use drugs and alcohol as a way to pass the time with friends when there are nothing else going on. So peer pressure can cause also cause a waste of money, because the friends that you are with, spends a lot on shopping or some kind of like things, like you really want to be with them, you really want to adapt their nature, and then you have that peer pressure on you, so you become one of them. So that is how peer pressure works from my understanding. So that is really a problem. And these days on Facebook, you may see that people at very young age are very much concerned at relationships. That is also one of the peer pressure. you know Actually, it's not that vital for us to be in love with someone yet. But the peer pressure makes us feel that if we don't have a boyfriend or girlfriend, it's not right. We're being left alone. Yeah, come on, you're at a very young age, and you don't have to be worried about that yet. So yeah, that's peer pressure, very dangerous. But if you got into the right environment, that can be very useful too. And social media. So social media, for Generation Zs and some kind of like millennials. For Gen Z, for your information, Gen Z are the people who are born after 1996. And for the younger millennials are the phase, like the age group from 81, who were born from 81 to 96. So okay, so those people, we grew up with social media as a fabric of our everyday lives. But that doesn't mean that we're not being concerned about social media, or we are not being afraid of being manipulated on social media. So privacy, from privacy issues to some kind of like self-esteem related issue like body image, young adults have plenty of reason to see social media as a challenge that they must grapple with. So at some time, social media is something of a necessity for young adults who need to be able to make connections for their academic and professional reasons, which gives them a vested interest in figuring out the best way to work out the problems with the media. But you know, but mostly on social media, as I just mentioned before, like when your friends are at a certain point, like pursuing their own career, doing their own way, when you see that kind of like thing on social media, you might you you know You might directly or indirectly, you might think that, oh, I have to be doing something right now because my friend is doing this, that kind of thing. So yeah, social media has been one of the struggle that we have been facing. And some kind of like, if our friends has got, for especially for girls, if uh her friends has got much more prettier, or some kind of like could spend some money on some brands, like they would think that, oh, I should buy that, I should do that, or something like that. So the bad influence of social media can cause that kind of thing. But on the other hand, social media is very useful for networking, or pursuing our career with other people. So yeah, so these are the struggles that we have to struggles or challenges that we have to face while transitioning to adulthood. And one more thing that I don't include, because like it was a quite, I think it's like sometimes we can say not necessary, but if we mention, we can it can be quite sensitive. Is like, it would be like our, how to say that, type of living or type of having fun, like not being the same with the elder people. Elder people, they want to know things in details, and or do things in details, and they want to, like, how to say that, give report to of everything they do, like, but the generation gaps, youth these days, we tend to be very, how to say that, private, like, that problem really happened with me and my parents. Like, my late dad wanted to know everything about what I do. But I am, like, for me, I go up for the whole day, I walk for the whole day, but when I come back home, I need peace. I don't want to be like pretending like everything is okay at home. So I would explore out, and why are you being so curious? I would just shoot questions like that. So communication problems also like happen with us while entering adulthood, because like we are being considered as adult on one hand, but still our inner self is like a kid when it comes to our family members, our home, or something like that. So yeah, that really causes a problem. So yeah, that would be all for tonight. Thank you so much for your attention. Kingdom.
Lungdam mama e guai, lungdam mama e Gloria lam guai kut banato, lungdam na kau kut benato. Yeah, Gloria lam is really, I'm really impressed with you presented as a young girl. I still call you a young girl, but I don't know if I'm wrong. Please, okay, excuse me. Um, it's a very impressive, inspirational talk, and also she herself is an inspiration for us. Especially, we are here in among the Zomi people. I really, I really didn't expect this much of sharing knowledge, and yeah, I'm really amazed actually. Okay, so and thank you very much for sharing with us. It might be that some of us did not understand all, but I hope almost all of us understand, because the word choice, the vocabulary, and the explanation, some are quite academic or maybe like that, right? But I think we understand. Maybe not all. That's fine. Um, is it okay if we ask you some questions?
Sure, sure, I'm welcome, like,
Yeah.
question of welcome. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll be happy
Okay.
to answer.
Just now you introduced yourself very briefly, but we don't really know about you. I think still, right? We know you as a law student, third year student, and you are now in. Uh, we know your name, of course, but what about? Can you tell us more about your family, or where you,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
where you are, or something like that? Or let me
Oh,
tell you.
I
Okay, let me ask you. Yeah, I think I've heard about you, and your grandfather is uh, Doctor.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, he's
And
someone.
no,
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's,
yeah,
yeah.
Doctor Enno, right? I've heard about that. Yeah.
Yes,
So
yes,
can you please
yes.
tell us more about that, so people know you?
Yeah, I'm the granddaughter, the eldest grandchild of Reverend Dr. Simon Paukanen. And yeah, I live in Yangon with mostly with him, though he's not home yet.
Thank you very much. And we learned that just now you mentioned about your late dad, and we're sorry about that. Your late dad, I heard recently. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I hope you were able to cope with that one. Okay, the loss, big loss. And just one more thing, you are particularly special today for the reason we are here. That is learning English. Your English is your English is amazing. How did you learn your English?
Oh, that's all thanks to my mom who sent me to English tuitions when we were very young, Like actually the English tuition that I attended were not, that expensive or like famous. It was just a how to say that home tuition. And we have to learn at someone's house, our friend's house. And my mom would, like she would send me like without absence so that I have the touch of English. And later on, when I become a teenager, like 10, 12 or something like that, I become obsessed with knowing English. So I listen to English songs and I study the vocabulary, and then for the pronunciation, I sing along the songs, and sometimes I watch English movies like without Burmese subtitles, so I try to understand what they say, or I try to catch their pronunciation there. So yeah, I think that's how I become like that. But of course, by the grace of God, I could catch them on. I can't do it all by myself.
Today in the Zoom, who are joining in Zoom and also watching on live on Facebook, are all interested in English and want to improve their English language skills because they know that it's important. So, can you tell us some tips for learning English, how we can improve them, their skills, speaking skills, any other skills?
you know, Learning something that you want to learn is, you can learn things through your hobby. Like for me personally, I like watching K-dramas a lot, or some kind of like movies a lot, or songs a lot. So I think about learning through them. Like for me, like when I watch K-dramas, I watch them with English subtitle. So if I don't know the meaning, like I would just open up my dictionary and I would search for the word. So got new words from them. And for other things like songs or other things that I've mentioned before, I sang along the songs. And like if you just pursue it through your hobby and you learn it first there that way. And the other thing is be confident about what we say. When I first learned English, I practiced with my grandpa a lot. Like I have like a lot of grammar mistakes till now. Like he would correct me every word, but I'm very confident with my English, so I just try to communicate. I don't have like any worries that I might be wrong or I might be right or something like that. I just speak out. I so if you're learning English, you have to be brave enough to speak out. If you don't speak out, you will never be fluent. That's what I have learned from my experience, though I'm not an expert.
Right. You mentioned that your grandpa correct you, but I think
Yeah, sure.
your pronunciation is better than your grandpa's pronunciation, even though I don't know him very much.
Oh God, I want him to hear this.
I think because I
Oh,
know
thank
many
you. I'm
people
so humble to
who
hear
speak
this.
English, they don't have the pronunciation as you. So you sound like to us, you sound like a native speaker. So
Oh,
where or are your teachers native speakers or local teachers when you're learning English?
oh, they're very local. They're very local. Like they're from Myanmar, and like they're local people.
So would you say that
But
to be able
yeah,
to speak? Okay, continue. Sorry,
yeah, sorry. I
continue.
practice a lot. Like when I watch English or some kind of like British movies or something, if I want British accent, I would imitate them. Like if they say one word, I would just imitate their dialogue, the movie dialogues or something like that. Or if I watch interviews, I might like read the subtitle. I might say as they said, so that my pronunciation would sound more like the real English. But if you English is like, yeah, it's important to be fluent in that, but if you can express what you want to say, it's enough. You don't have to be so afraid of people, because in Asia there are many people who are much more worse than in English us in English. So it's not something to be
Okay,
worried about. Yeah.
right. Just one more question from me, and the other, if you like to ask a question. So just one more question. There is a perception we have in Myanmar, including in many other countries, in Thailand, and especially in many Southeast Asian countries, that one you want to learn English and you want to speak English well. you have to learn with, or you have to be taught by the native speakers. So, according to your experience, does it prove wrong? Can we say it proves wrong, or is it not necessary?
Look at me. No, I mean like uh it's not, necessary to be taught. If you can get a native teacher, that's a blessing for you. But if you can't get one, you don't have to be depressed about that. Yeah. Like for some people, for some of my friends, they didn't even have like English teachers. They just learn by, watching movies or like watching comedies or some kind of like talk shows, and they practice out loud, something like that. So you don't have to be, so worried or so keen on getting a native language teacher. You can, be successful with what you have. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Gloria. So, if some other
Thank
people
you.
have questions, so we're very proud of you, and we wish success in your career choice. You have chosen, your own interest, your own hobby, your own career. So we really appreciate that, and it's a good one. So, anyone who, if you have any question to Gloria, so please go on.
I have one.
Um,
Okay.
Yes,
Please.
okay. Welcome, the mother tongue.
Gloria, have you been in abroad?
Yes, I have been like, oh, that would be a long story, but I'm very happy to share that. Like, as I've already mentioned before, when I was young, my only dream was to represent Myanmar, right? And I pray God at the very young age. To be honest, at that age, I have never been on plane, like even on local trips. And then at that age, I say one day I'm gonna go abroad and represent Myanmar. But I have nothing in my hand. But I pray God very hard for that very thing. And you know how God works, it's very amazing, because on my first year I was elected to be the Secretary General of Asian Law Student Association Myanmar, so that I have to represent Myanmar at Thailand for once. So I have been to Thailand once, and I had attended a meeting representing Myanmar and sharing the opinions or some kind of like discussion as a Myanmar people once. And for the second time, I have been to Chiang Mai for a law related competition. And there I also competed mock trial, which is like something like a trial case, a court or a trial practice. So I have been to Chiang Mai before. And then thirdly, I have been to Philippines, Cebu, representing Myanmar again for a forum, for ALSA Forum, Asian Law Students Association. And yeah, I have been to like these three occasions abroad.
Thank you. So proud of you.
Thank
Great.
you. To God be the glory.
Thank you.
yeah, if there is no one, I have comment.
Okay.
Sure.
Can
Sure.
I? Hi,
Sure.
Lebanon. Yeah.
Hi.
As you know, I know you
Uh-huh.
already personally and already know you're very talented, smart, humble girl. But it's the first time for me to hear present. You present English. Yeah, very, that's very impressive. And according to your presentation, you mentioned like um, you have been advised to choose science subject or medicine, but I'm glad that you could choose what is best for you against the advices. um, mm, and as you said, as the Generation Z, I can obviously see peer pressure you mentioned, and also social media pressure. Yeah, they are
Yeah,
very
yeah.
dangerous. That's very dangerous. I can clearly see that, and you make the point that, but on the other hand, um, but on the other hand, you also you just mentioned we are if we are on the right environment, right society,
Uh-huh.
that's also good for us. So I've learned a lot from you, and uh, very impressed by you.
Oh,
So thank you a lot for sharing. Yeah, I have no question but comment. Thank you, Gloria.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Like I feel
really
so
is.
humble to receive those comments. You know, you're my senior, and I
Mm.
it feels so good to receive such comments from you. Thank you, Wanjing.
My pleasure, Gloria.
Any other? Anyone else, please? Any question or comment?
Ni khat khat tan dot lo pha mo mo.
À, khát với không lại phát nia mà thế, tôi cái
I have
session này lại thế.
Go pa go pa.
Oh, go pa. Oh, nè.
just comment or a wish. I hope you will be the successor of your grandpa.
Amen.
Okay, thank you very much, Gloria, for sharing with us and spending time with us. And I hope in the future also you give us time and, you know, a lot of young people, a lot of people, not only young, but young at heart, people are expecting you or looking forward to meeting you on Zoom again. So we truly, dearly invite you to join as often as you can, okay? So we are just trying to help our people who are not really, not yet, right? Able to speak in English well. So we try to help them as much as we can. So as you know us, me, Monica, Wanjing, Joseph, Sangpi, we are all volunteers. So you can be a volunteer too when you have time. We know we're very busy. Maybe not all the time every week, but from time to time, we really, really, truly welcome you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
So
you.
yeah, we move on to next one, and this is the time now. Our next topic. If we have more time later, we will ask Gloria more questions. Okay,
Gloria.
so we'll have now.
ผู้เป่าคะแนนกูผู้เป่าคะแนนต่างอ่ะที่ข้างโน้ตองมาไก่สกุลมั่วหนังตัวผู้เอ็นโน้ตต่างที่เจตัวกี่ปันมั่วเดี๋ยวน้องเลยนะซูมมังไลสินนะอินแตกดิ้งนะหมายละมะหนังมันเสียส่วนเพียงแต่ต้องที่สมตัวเดียวน้องมั่ว
Ông kinh nghiệm hiê là làm. Lung đam mấy lệ tuổi lệ tu na social expression to cái sai na muan ching siama muan ching ama hun ati ai pa ni lệ social expressions. Okay, muan ching please.
All right, thank you, Sepyang. Can I share my screen, please?
Yes, it's okay.
Okay. Can you see my PowerPoint now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we can.
Thanks. Okay, first of all, let me greet you again. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are. This is Monjing again. And I'm sorry that I can't join since the very start because I'm having another class. So what I would like to share today is about social expression, maybe common social expression. And yeah, when we talk about social expression, let me explain like social expression are expression that we use in daily conversation, daily social situations. Like when someone greet you, hi, good morning, how are you? And we will reply, yes, I'm fine, thank you. That's also a kind of social expression. So, and another example would be like when someone sneezes, what will you say? Bless you, right? God bless you, right? That's also a kind of social expression. So what I'm going today is what I would like to share today is number one is how to ask someone's opinion and how to give an opinion and how to not give an opinion when you're not ready or when you are not allowed, when you're not willing to, and how to agree or disagree with someone. So number one would be asking somebody's opinion. So when someone asks you your opinion, when you like to ask someone your opinion, what would you say? Number one would be everyone already know that. What do you think about? What do you reckon about? What's your opinion? What's your reaction on that? And what are your views on? How do you see off like that? Maybe everyone's already know, but I'm trying to warm up with this. And when we like to give an opinion, when someone asks you a question or when someone asks you to give your advice or opinion, you will reply. You will and you are ready to give your opinion. So how would you respond? Like, in my opinion, in my point of view, what I reckon is personally, I think, like, maybe everyone already know, but this important. The way I see is so when someone asks you your opinion, but you are not ready this time, and maybe you're not willing to give an opinion, or you really have no idea. So what would you say? I have no idea. We can just simply say, I have no idea. When you don't have idea, I have no comment. Yeah. And I don't know what to think, because I don't know what to think is maybe when someone knows something, but uh, he's not willing to give give an opinion. He can just simply say, I don't know what to think. Or I would rather not talk about it. Here, the situation maybe maybe to talk about his boss gossip, or maybe about something not relevant. So we can just say, like, I would rather not talk about it. I'm not at liberty to say here means liberty means like permission. I'm not at I'm not allowed to give an opinion, like so we can just say I'm not at liberty to say when you don't want to give an opinion or your idea. And the last is agree or disagree. Once someone asks you your opinion, so you would like to agree, maybe you would like to disagree. So what would you say? How would you say? So how to agree with someone else? I couldn't agree more. I think I couldn't agree more is not very common in Myanmar, Myanmar usage, but I added like I couldn't agree more here means like there is nothing I can agree more. Yeah, and this is what I was going to say. That's not very common though. And yes, exactly. That's absolutely right. You're absolutely right. That's absolutely true. That they are everyone already know it. And how to disagree with someone. So we can just say I disagree, or I don't agree at all, or and when you like to agree but you like to disagree, I mean I hereby mean you have disagree 50%, you agree 50%, but not 100%. So what would you say? Maybe, but the other reason, blah blah blah. And or you have a good point, but blah 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 blah. And yes, and you're you want to disagree, so yes, but on the other hand. And maybe also that's not exactly the way I see it. ငါထင်တဲ့အမြင်ကတော့ဒီလိုပုံစံမဟုတ်ဘူးဆိုပြီးတော့ရင်ရင်ကြည်ကြည်ပေါ့နော် politely we can disagree by using this expression. Yeah, that's all about my sharing. And what I like to do today is we can practice. So how can we practice? There is a picture. Before we go to the picture, let me clear with the rules. So how will we do it? The host should divide the persons into 4% into one group, and we will have 10 minutes. And here is the picture. There are 4 pictures of animals, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have to pick up our favorite pig in the breakout room, and we have to vote which one is your favorite. Maybe some may like number 3, for some maybe number 1, and for others maybe number 4. So in the breakout room, we have to pick up our favorite pig, and we have to vote, and we have to give opinions or comments on the most liked pig. That's my that's my um that's my that's the reason why I'm trying to do this. And here what is important is we need to use language expression that I have shared in at the start. And if you still have time, even if it's not your favorite picture, for example, here among 1, 2, 3, 4, the most favorite pig should maybe number 2. But if you have time, we can discuss about number 3. Why you don't choose it, or why you choose it? Like someone asks and someone share the reason why you choose this as your favorite. So we have to create conversation. We have to use expression. So I want everyone to enjoy this game. So before we go to the game, I would like to warm up. Here is how to ask somebody's opinion. What do you think about? What's your opinion? What's your reaction? What's your views? How do you see? And if you would like to offer an opinion, in my opinion, in my point of view, what I reckon is the way I see is like that, etc. And when you don't like to give when you are not giving an opinion, when you are not ready, when you don't know anything, I have no idea, I have no comment, I would rather not talk about it. I'm not liberty to say like. And when you like to agree or disagree, you can use this. If you think you can't remember it, yeah, you can take screenshot and you can just note it somewhere. So my explanation is that the time is for practice. So everyone get this pig as your I would like to request everyone to take this as a screenshot or a pic, by taking a photograph, because we would like to discuss. We like to discuss in the breakout room.
Then disagree and agree. Please share again.
Yeah.
For taking us.
Yeah. If there is anyone not clear with my explanation, let me know, please.
Disagree the agree pen ong na khat ke pako lom te man dai sak pak ding.
Oh.
To pan sia son piang nang ming khen pako ma den cha.
Ông kình đi nghe, kình đi nghe.
Hey, to pen man dai pak bo quay.
Sorry.
Cái bang thùng bơi bao dai ken ta.
Right?
Agree
Yeah,
and
agree,
disagree. Screenshot or take a photo, and after sia son piang breakout room. Very good. But
I hope everyone can use the expression by not a random discussion. We can use the expression strictly, yeah. I wish everyone can use it.
Okay, can we now? Oh, okay. Take pictures,
Okay.
please. When you're done, I will
Oh.
put you in breakout
Finish.
room.
Done. I'm done. I'm
Finish?
done.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I stop sharing now.
Okay. Now we can,
Mhm.
we can go to breakout rooms. I
Yeah.
divide you 4 in a group, right? Chairman Jing?
Yes.
4 in a group,
Yeah.
and we have 10
For
minutes, right?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, please join your breakout room. I put you in 4, a group of 4
Okay.
people.
Everyone, please try to use the
Yep.
expression.
Thế tiếng tua Gloria Lam te Paul Paul pu and no to no te Paul Paul to khát ta ông gom lên te à xiêm biến te muốn khát quậy. Tôi chăng
Yeah, Gong Kem is an,
hi
yeah.
muốn khát chén cho ham tăng lên một live I end te à đi ngã chụp ending wa.
Ủaส่วนตัวหนังกงเจียนสักกี่แวนนังน่ะ join มั้งเนี่ย
cái nó khó lo cái à cái nó quậy bạc là lo ai cái này nắng rong đã chén rồi mà nắng rong đã chén rồi bạc lo.
อ๋อ Jing Piนั่นน่ะ join เดีย Jing Pi อ่ะงะนะ breakout room อันน่ะ join กับ Jing Pi อ่ะงะเฮีย Jing Pi
Vâng, hiện khá khăn đấy. Ngã rồi.
อ๋อก็อีกอง join สักกี่คนว่ามันขาดตะเต็งเก่งๆนี่ไง Jing Pi 2 น่ะ join lại tuần Jing Pi อ่ะงะเนี่ย ไลฟ์ปะนายเตดีนะตุไลตักเป็น breakout room อัมไลตักก็ฮีนะมีลีตากรุ๊ปขาดมีลีตากิก็ฮีin เดน่าเสียมามันจริงยองเกนsocial expression เตจัดนางเงินะ practice เดน่าลิมลีเตกิลักกินะตัวละกะก็ได้เป็นชีขัดเตลินะอีได้เป็นกิเกนนะตัวละยะทุกกิมมอทุกกิมโลไอเกลเดน่า again เต expression เตสังเงินะอามา opinion เปียกนะฮิซงเงินะตอมจัดนางจีนะ breakout room สงฆ์มินิสอมสงฆ์เกี่ยวกับปักที่บางอ่ะ breakout room ไม่ก่อยตักเตะอาป่าวไอ้สงฆ์นะกิสินเทลียนี่นะเลยสงฆ์กี่ป่าวที่ไปมันนี่นะไล่ไปยัดสร้างฮิตเทเลเบลฮิซูมอ่ะกิลุทำตั้งแรงตัวเลยสงฆ์กี่ป่าวขากิจักขาอีนะอีสินเปเปอีโปรแกรมอินพุตในแคมเปสงฆ์100%กิ่งอ่ะที่ไปฮิจิสงฆ์องค์ที่สักนมซ้อนๆอย่างเงี้ย then minisom kitte hilang vekena kisam ki dinga to chiang ina input session kharom lai hi chi zong ki sak lai hange ZECC min to Zomi English Conversation Club china ihon tuna akal tum kalina khong hi na to sunga ia to chiang ina thaking a sem hi tuina Zomi sunga zong ia chak chiang ina khang no te mangpa manglai pilna lam sang te tampi tak nomina tuna ikithe ngei lo hangen tun dam kithe to sem ina mailam zong thanga hoi sem lai ding hi adung lu te na ong zuma ni pi khat beta sanini ta ina hilai zuma omden na imanina nong ki hel na ngun zong izo mi pi te ding de sakna to hila sia ma te ke pekhia ina siam le lo zoina thei sun thei bang ki hom khia chi bang ina ki gel hi ya nung joy tek nang wen zong ki zon zon lai hang in a ki zon be ki lo hi lai ya ki pe khia se se ma te be ki lo a mau zong te na chi dan mai na siam man hi lo ina pya khenop na hi manina to lai mo na e zong apola ma amte ina gen nop hop nop ine le ya zari cc group a ke ka hi zong in sia Joseph Kham sia Sang Pi sia Ma Muan Ching sia Ma Kim Nu ida usuan tuang te zong na ki zomina ki gen thei hang sharing khong a hi zong ina hil nop thei nop am le to la zong ki gen thei hi chi zong ong thei sak la hi ung i zo mi pi te khan to nang de na hi usuan tuang nang na tu swak ding na hi ken kana hua adang zoom swa te por khat kana joining mo
tua sung tua ya leng la khalom pakin lem le ni nga dai ana khala le nga e nang mun khala na lut pa ko ma
tom ve kana listening mo
lut lo
por khat te lut thelo comment mi li ta khoi hi hin thum be khong om chi khong min to te kana lut ning mo mun khata
nang ban check kek la te nang kiang pan cái ở bên của họ cũng có sẽ sai bắc vậy tua bên break room lụt chiếc lao là mà live phần in nó mua lại live phần in nó kia là bằng mà gen lâu đi xong chúng ta cái này lại mà tôi lệ hi là song is important to improve in English speaking and to expert to the pronunciation memories more English songs shampoo hào thế mà songs is important to improve the English speaking and to expert the pronunciation memories more English songs thế mà shampoo hào thế nàng comment mà lung đam bơ mày call bao lung wa rằng thế lâu đi palian ngày pi mang bao xin na chỉ chăng mang bao bơ cái gen te bỏ khát te ông luôn nom đôi chăng mang bao ziading call bao ziading zo bao ziading to khit chang songs good ta chỉ bao ô thằng khó pa to ngân luôn bội to nhang bội to ya dù mang luôn bo ma tu lai tak break room hi na kha na ki khani na thu again lai ta ale khat ki hoin thu gan ngai ngai ma đến cha vào tang lut chi ngai ngai inte lung da me to da na lai pa na teng zong ma tam ti tak mai break room sung live fa diamdiam pak loi tak chang na ai teng bang ki kum ding ya among chi lo ya no mi no sam hoi che ya break room sung na dang live fa na en te ki kup pak ding na yang boy kim jing john p nu lun boy di khai za pum thang khop pao ru piang no live fa en teng toi ki kup ding khat ya pang niตัว brick room ไม่ใช่เป็นที่ zoom ที่แค่นี้นะหันขนาดมีนี่ไปก็ยังมีจุ่มไปก็ยังลีไปก็ยังเอามีนะตัวชูเกนินมังพาวไปสุดที่หัวสักตัวไอ้ตักจังโน้ตรงรุ่นแล้วแต่มาวิธีน้องแบบพอเหมาะเลยมั้งอินตู้ตรงไอ้เด็กน่ะบุรุษเป็นบางแห่งสิเลยไอ้จุ่มมีแต่เป็นยมนั่นจะแต่มังพาวเสียมเสร็จแล้วนี่ไงไอ้เป่าให้เราไอ้เป่าเป็นเทเลี้ยงมังเป่าเทเลี้ยงคอเป่าตรงเทเลี้ยงเด็กนะมั้งอินตัวCOVID-19 องค์ส่งเป็นที่ด้านหลังนี่ไงเป่าสินนะข้อสั่งเดียวเลยเพราะเขาแต่ว่าเส้นเป่าของสินเนี่ยเสียมเปิ่มเพราะเขาแต่กู้เรียเป่าสินตุนก็บอกทางเราได้พอครับส่วนซ้อมแล้วครับต้องซ้อมเป็นอย่างก็มาสินหนาวมาอีน่าตัวละที่ตัวเงินซ้อมทุกวันบางผมเนี่ยแต่ปีน่าต้องไปนั่งสักคนละโน้ตตึงเกียร์นะบางมาที่เป่าเราได้ทำจะทิ้งเป่าพวกนี้นะลองแต่บริกรมปันเด็ดแต่เป็นงานของจังรูดยังไงดีว่าเนี่ยว่าจังไงดูไล่ตะการเดี๋ยวบ้าง ตัวองเงินคิดเรียนติ่งเราลงรู้มังรู้แล้วแต่ตัวแต่กี่หงง่ายๆแรงไม่ได้อ๋อขอจะลงเงินนมแบบไม่ได้อ๋อเองได้รู้เต็นท่าละจนรู้ grammar ดีเต็นนะเนาะ English ท่าดีเต็นนะแล้วจนรู้ว่าเองเลยรู้ว่าจ่อละแต่สุดแล้วจนรู้ชินรู้มือดีมากกว่าประมาณรู้มือดีเลยด่ารู้อย่างนี้ด่าเขารู้อย่างนี้ป่าวรู้อย่างนี้เนาะเวลาได้รู้อย่างเราจนรู้น้ำมันตัดทับอยู่เวลามาอย่างว่าအင်္ဂလိပ်နာမည်နဲ့ဝင်လာတဲ့လူတွေအများကြီးရှိနေလို့ဒီနေ့နာမည်မရေးတဲ့လူတော့ admit မလုပ်ထားဘူးလို့အခုကျွန်တော်တို့ John ဆောင်ပြီး how ဆန်ကိုလေးသင်บอกအကုန်လုံးကြိုဆိုပါတယ်လို့เนาะကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီမှာပါဝင်လို့ရတယ်ဒီလာအောင်လုပ်ငယ်ငယ်ပုံမအောင်လို့ဆိုตัวนั้นเราแต่ลุดกิกငယ်ငယ်เด็ดจ้ะအမောက်ခန်တကกี่ဟောฟังฟังရေးဒီအိဒါဘုလ်ပီဖန်ဇိုမီတဲမောင်ပေါထိတ်ကြိုင်ဒီဟင်းရထငယ်ကွယ်လောဘစီစာဘန်ကိသမ်ဆရာမလမ်ဘွဲနိုတူနိုမနန်
Mày nghe.
မမိုင်ငယ်နုငါလပနာခတ်ယာဇိုမမဒေတာကိုလာအောင်မမိုင်ငယ်ဘွဲနိုဘန်အဲ့တော့အတုံးမတဲ့ဦးငါအထုကเนี่ยကေကိမလာရဲ့ส่วนตวงตีตะตูตะตูนี่ยงสิตาวตาวลงนอเพชรอากิเห็นอามันตามอจะคำ
cô mình phật lòng cho mình nói lộ
ไม่หอยไปโน่นงรถเกี่ยวไปอยู่หอยเติมไม่ตัวส่งไลฟ์ฟันเอ็นแต่อาณาหอยจังอ่ะก็บริกรวมตักจังบางมาอมเล่าเจ้าเสียจะเจ๊น่าตั้งจะไกลน่ะอย่าตัวส่งเอป่าไปนะมาจะมาลำไปตาส่งให้เห็นเนี่ยโน่นงผู้สอบหอยจะเลยแหละไลฟ์ฟันเอ็นตาดิ่งน่ะตอมพัดโน่เอกี่หัวเป็นไลฟ์ฟันเอ็นแต่ง่ายดิตัวตอมพัดกินนี่กี่หัวฟังนี่น่ะlive ปันเอ็นเตอร์นี่นะฮิบังนี่นะไอโซมีส่งอ่ะปูซีมอนไซมอนเป่าคะแนนนี่ตัวนู้มาอามาส่งเกี่ยวเทอินแต่ดิมปันทางกลางตัวนู้ดาวเนมลุนตัวส่งออกกี่บังไงอามาเวลปีสิงนู้ตัวลำปันกินไหนดิ้งใช่ไหมมาแต่
แต่จัง
ดาวเนมลุนนี่อัปปีและน่ะปูแอนโนจะกินไหนไม่ได้
กันนู้ป้าจะส่งกิ้วนะ
ตัวประมาณปีแต่มากูตัวเด็กกับอาเบะกี่บังกับปูเตลคิวนะนี่แหละแล้วมังปีเตตกับปูเตลคิวนะอ๋อเราเต้นจิงกิตาร์เชสอนเจอหุ่นงลักกิกอะไรไปมั้ง
ลมเตะต้องไปกิกตะมันเช
นี่กิมไหนกี่เดือน
กิมนายเกเดียวแฮต้องไปตาไว้
เมียดมันบุกถึงที่เลยจะจีกี่ตรงกระถั่วปองนี่เมียดมันก็รู้กี่ทำอย่างนี้กี่ยาเป็นแนวเปลี่ยนได้กว่า
เกต้องจริงจังถั่วตะหนิงตัวเลยเบอ
เมียดมันเดิมคิวเกี่ยวตึงมาเฝ้าเสียมบ่ม้วนจึงก็ลำต่อไว้กิมก็เอาไปทำแบบคิวจะว่าโดนเรียนแบบเปลี่ยน
บางปังเสียมนั่นละมีเลเวลเกย์นะทัวร์เขาเราเดี๋ยวเกย์ไปมั้ง
So Sema Monjing, your session is ended, is that?
Yes. Okay. I hope everyone's enjoy my my game maybe or game or activity. So I'm glad everyone actively participated and and thank you. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks very much, Monjing. Let's give him a round of applause. Thank you very much for sharing with us.
Professor
and I think this these are very important
Thank you.
expressions. They're very short, and we use them spontaneously. And I think we all have we have taken a photo, right? We already took a photo, so it may need some time. We can learn, and then we can use it when we speak, right? They're
Yeah.
very important expressions in social life discussions or things like that.
Yes.
Thank you very much. And I am sure it took a long time to collect all these things because you cannot find it in one place.
Yeah. It's like the expressions. We already know. We already know this expression, but if it is not a must to practice, we won't. Only through practice we are. I hope everyone get used to it. Thank you, Xiaopiang.
Yeah, it's true that
Mm.
it's not just enough to use what we know, but I think it is always good to know more than what we really use in our life because we don't know who we are going to meet and they'll just use that.
Yes,
Mhm.
couldn't agree
Yeah,
more.
so I think that's always good because we have to understand people and we have to make ourselves understood by other people. So it's always important that so developing our vocabulary, expressions. Okay, thank you very much. And this time, the last uh, input session, not the least. So we'd like to invite Sia Sangpi to give us his input. The input would be about ordering and buying. Ordering and buying. This could be also, I'm sure, would be a very good session for us. Sia Sangpi, please.
Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. All right. I'm glad to be here tonight because in Kalimil it is night here. All right, let me share the screen. Well, my name's Sangpi. I'm from Kalimil, and then today my topic will be ordering and buying. And then level of pre-intermediate, and then the skills is listening and speaking. So we will listen this time, and then we will do some exercises at last. Okay, let's go to our main section. Now we will hear about conversation 1 to 4. And then just we will listen carefully. Each, I will tell you what we are going to do. All right.
Sure.
Track 35. Conversation 1.
I'd like to reserve a place on next month's English course, please.
Of course. Is it the morning or the afternoon course?
Oh, how much does each one cost?
The morning course is £400 per week, and the afternoon is £350. And the afternoon course also has a free conversation class on Fridays.
That sounds good. Can I have a place on the afternoon course then?
Okay. Now, you can pay in full now, or you can leave a deposit today and pay the rest on the first day.
Great. I'll pay now, please.
Conversation 2. Could I book a table for dinner tonight, please?
Yes, of course. How many people?
4.
And what time? We have tables at 6:30 or 9 p.m.
Let me think. 6:30 is better, please.
Okay. And what's the name?
Anderson.
Thank you. So that's a table for 4 people at 6:30 p.m. tonight.
Great. Thanks for your help. Bye. Conversation 3.
Hello. Do you have any tickets left for the concert tonight?
Let me check. Yes, there are a few tickets.
Brilliant. How much are they?
The best seats are £85 each.
That's very expensive. Are there any cheaper ones?
We have two at £60. They're near the back of the stadium.
That's fine. I'll take those, please.
Certainly. That's £120, please.
Here you are.
Thank you. Enter your PIN when you're ready. Thank you. Here's your receipt, and here are your tickets. Doors open at 7:45 p.m. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Conversation 4.
Hello, what can I get you?
Hi, can I get a black coffee, please?
To have in or take away?
To go, please.
Anything else? Any sandwiches or pastries?
Let me see. I'll have a chocolate cookie, please.
Okay.
Okay.
Track 36.
Sorry.
Do you have any tickets for Popfest?
Here you'll see that I can get I have to have in or take away means you are going to have at the restaurant, or you are going to take away. So that means to go means to take away. All right, take away and to go is same.
Sir?
Okay, so now we are going to do.
Hello, sir.
Listening. We will listen, and then first you read number 1 to 8. Read carefully, and then you are going to hear the conversation again. The 4 conversations. For example, the Gina books a place on the morning course. If it's right, then you tick. If it's wrong, then you cross. So here from 1 to 8, here are some mistakes. If in the sentence there are some mistakes, then you have to cross. So you maybe you will have some, papers or just a pen in your hands, and then you can do the exercises. Okay, I hope you are ready, and then you are going to hear the same conversations, and then if some sentences are have a mistakes, then you have to cross out, and then if it's right, then you have to tick. Okay, here we go.
Track 35. Conversation 1.
I'd like to reserve a place on next month's English course, please.
Of course. Is it the morning or the afternoon course?
Oh, how much does each one cost?
The morning course is £400 per week, and the afternoon is £350. And the afternoon course also has a free conversation class on Fridays.
That sounds good. Can I have a place on the afternoon course then?
Okay. Now, you can pay in full now, or you can leave a deposit today and pay the rest on the first day.
Great. I'll pay now, please.
Conversation 2. Could I book a table for dinner tonight, please?
Yes, of course. How many people?
4.
And what time? We have tables at 6:30 or 9 p.m.
Let me think. 6:30 is better, please.
Okay. And what's the name?
Anderson.
Thank you. So that's a table for 4 people at 6:30 p.m. tonight.
Great. Thanks for your help. Bye. Conversation 3.
Hello. Do you have any tickets left for the concert tonight?
Let me check. Yes, there are a few tickets.
Brilliant. How much are they?
The best seats are £85 each.
That's very expensive. Are there any cheaper ones?
We have two at £60. They're near the back of the stadium.
That's fine. I'll take those, please.
Certainly. That's £120, please.
Here you are.
Thank you. Enter your PIN when you're ready. Thank you. Here's your receipt, and here are your tickets. Doors open at 7:45 p.m. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Conversation 4.
Hello, what can I get you?
Hi, can I get a black coffee, please?
To have in or take away?
To go, please.
Anything else? Any sandwiches or pastries?
Let me see. I'll have a chocolate cookie, please.
Okay.
Track 36. Do you have any...
All right, thank you so much. And then you can have a picture of this conversation one, if anyone wants. And then this is conversation 2. And conversation 3. And this is 4. All right. So here, let's see. You may have, or you don't have, or I don't know, but just say the next the answers here. Number 1 is wrong.
Wrong. Yes.
Number 2 is right.
Right.
And then 3 is also right.
Right.
4 is wrong because it says 6:30, not 9.
Number 5, right.
5 right.
6, wrong.
6 wrong. Not by K. 7 right, and 8 is
Right.
wrong.
8 wrong. Okay.
Chocolate, Yori.
Chocolate.
Thank
So
you.
one question for 2 answers. No, one conversation for 2 questions.
Maybe like that, yeah. All right, so let's go to the next step. Okay, here. Now you are going to listen the conversation again. I mean, another conversation, another step script, and then number the lines in the correct order to make a conversation. So number A to I. Maybe you can just write down A is equal to number 1, for example. Which comes first, you must write the number. Okay, so you're here. So just you have to number the lines here. A, or maybe H is the first, then the right number 1. H is equal to number 1, and then something like that, it will go on. Okay, please listen again.
Track 36. Do you have any tickets for Popfest?
Yes. How many would you like?
4, please. How much are they?
They're £50 for the VIP seats.
Ooh, that's very expensive.
Well, we do have standing tickets. They're only £20 each.
That sounds good. I'll take those, please.
Okay, that's £80, please. Thank you. And here are your tickets.
Thank you. Track 38. 1,
£6.
All right. Did you catch them all? Or one more time?
One more, please. One more, please.
All right, one more time, yes.
Track 36. Do you have any tickets for Popfest?
Yes. How many would you like?
4, please. How much are they?
They're £50 for the VIP seats.
Ooh, that's very expensive.
Well, we do have standing tickets. They're only £20 each.
That sounds good. I'll take those, please.
Okay, that's £80, please. Thank you. And here are your tickets.
Thank you. Track 38.
Okay. So can we check together the answers? Number 1 is which one? So please, you can on the microphone.
F.
F.
F and A.
F, A,
A. E.
E. Well, and then,
H.
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 and then,
B.
B.
yes,
B.
and then just go on till the end.
D. E. I. C.
All right. So, so you may see here, the right answer is placed now. Okay, so please look at carefully, and then let's listen one more time.
Track 36. Do you have any tickets for Popfest?
1.
Yes. How many would you like?
4, please. How much are they?
They're £50 for the VIP seats.
Ooh, that's very expensive.
Well, we do have standing tickets. They're only £20 each.
That sounds good. I'll take those, please.
Okay, that's £80, please. Thank you. And here are your tickets.
Thank you. Track 38.
All right, thank you. Okay, for the next point, how many different ways can you say the prices below? So maybe there are different ways of saying the prices. So we will listen and then let's check our ideas.
1,
£6.15. £6.15. 6.15.
2,
2.
80 quid. £80.
3,
£100. £100. 100 quid.
4,
£7.50. £7.50. 7.50.
Track 39.
All right, so maybe you can say in one way, but there are some different ways of saying these prices. And then quid here, a useful tip here, vocabulary for money, £2,500, but you can't say £2.5. And you can say 50p or 50 pence. In British English, people often say quite, not pounds, when talking to friends. So pound and quite are same.
QUID. QUID.
QUID. Okay, and then here another small lesson here, how to say time in different ways. How do we say this? Anyone can answer? Number one. Can anyone answer me?
7:45.
So
Thank you. And number two?
6:30.
Yes, thank you. Number three? 9 or 9 o'clock, isn't it? So let's check our ideas. How many ways of saying these times?
1,
7:45.
Quarter to 8.
7:45.
2,
6:30. 5:30. 6:30.
3,
9. 9 a.m. or 9 p.m. 9 o'clock.
track 40. 1,
All right, so this is a way of saying time. So let's move on to the next step, to the next point. Saying it appropriately. Listen carefully to the sentences below. You are going to listen, and then you have to, you have to point. Maybe you have to write down or whatever you can do. Where is the full stop and where is the comma in the sentences, in the two sentences? All right. So we'll listen, and then where is the comma, where is the full stop, we'll discuss after that.
1.
1.
Let me see. Okay, that sounds good.
So where is the comma? Where is comma, do you think? Maybe.
Okay.
After
See?
okay.
See, let me see.
Let me
Let
see.
me
full
see.
stop. Yeah. And then is there any comma in this sentence?
Okay, comma.
Yeah, thank you so much. So let's go to number 2.
2,
Let me think. I'll take those, please.
So where is the comma or full stop?
First stop is let me think.
All right.
And the first
I'll
stop
take.
is before please.
All right. Thank you. So yeah. Maybe this one we can go on. All right. Let me think. Let me see. Okay, that sounds good. Let me think. I'll take those, please. All right, thank you. So let's go to the next point. Now listen to how the underlined words in these sentences link together. So when we speak, when we talk, the linking is very important in order to be fluent. So this is how it's connect each other. So listen, let's listen this number 1, 2, 3.
track 41. 1,
Do you have any tickets for tonight's film?
2,
Can I get 2 teas to go, please?
3,
Could I book a place on the course, please?
All right, so we can practice it. Shall we practice? Anyone can say number 1? Can anyone say number 1? How it connects? Number 1? Okay, let's listen one more.
track 40. 1,
1.
Let me see. Okay, that sounds good.
I'm sorry. 41.
Track 41.
All right, now.
1.
Do you have any tickets for tonight's film?
Can you repeat?
For tonight.
Mm.
2.
Can I get 2 teas to go, please?
2 T's. Here, 2 T's
2 T's.
means, yeah.
3.
Book a
Could I
place.
book a place on the course, please?
Book a place.
Track 42.
All right.
Track 41. 1.
For the last
Do you
time.
have any tickets for tonight's film?
2.
Can I get 2 teas to go, please?
3.
Could I book a place on the course, please?
All right.
Place.
Okay. Sir Sompiang, do we have time or just let me conclude for the breakout room? For the breakout.
We need we have breakout room, right? Like how
do
long,
I-
Sia Sangpi?
how long means maybe 10 minutes? Is it okay? Or if not okay, then I can stop now. How do you think? It depends on you.
It's 9:30 now, 9:35.
Yeah, we can just.
Yeah.
So this your decision is.
Yeah. Can maybe Sia Sangpi, can we stop here for a while? You can wrap it up. Yeah. Can you please wrap it up? And yeah, because I don't know, some might have may think it's a bit late already.
All right.
Yeah. Please wrap it up. Yeah.
Okay. So thank you so much. This is what we learned tonight. You can watch again our live station after we finish up. And then we just my review is here. I can use suitable phrases for ordering and buying things. And then some uses of telling times, and then how we connect, and then how I can use poses and link words correctly to sound nature. So that's my last point. So thank you so much. May God bless you. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Sia Sangpi. Thank you so much. Let's give him a round of applause for Sia Sangpi.
Oh, you playing Minecraft? I like it good.
Sorry, then I immediately kasai nada sang kapadengi. Yeah, Sia Sangpi, thank you very much. And well, we're sorry. It would be very good to have in a breakout room, but some of us might feel it a bit late already night, because it's now 9:40 already, right? So thank you very much for sharing. Tonight we have variety, variety from the grammar, from the expressions, from the listening to the listening, and then presentation from Gloria. So thank you so much. We have a good, very good time tonight. And actually, we plan another topic to discuss, but I'm not sure if we're still willing. We can go on, but I think it's time we set one official hour. Okay, official hour, and we can close it. We can close it. After we close it, those who are still interested can still stay, and we might want to continue. Okay, our conversation. Yeah, it will be also your opinion, but for me at the moment, I will not impose any. Okay, so let's first of all let's let's say, close our official time, right? So that those who want to leave can leave freely, and those who want to stay will stay as usual, as we have done. We've been doing so far. Okay, you can still stay, or you can leave. Will that be okay? We will. Please don't leave yet. We will close. Okay, we will close first, and then we can leave later. ส่วนตัวมาดูนะเกณฑ์ไปเอาอย่างเดียวส่วนตัว
ตอบนะทุกเงินติขัดต่อหากแรงมาเสียมุงเงินสักเดียว
hi pa e sia mong he pina to nang top na thung nong ne sak thei dia la sia
ấy mà mò
hey
ê kinh ngà luôn ấy lùng đâm cổ thu mến mò
hi mai sia lung da mai
nghe thấy bằng nghẹn lẻng lấu đi à ina siang ro tong I kong ya ko to pap siano nang man to pa ni pi khatin khat ve ta kan I to pap siano hi online manglai ti ko kom na te jong nang man tu pa nong pia tu ni chang dong hoi takin tu pa zop theina nong piak bek tham luin tu pa tu ni jong tu pa thu man phalam man pha tam pi bek tham luin tu pap siano manglai to ke sain tam pi tak ka sia te tung pan hun hilna hun pha ang pian em na tung lung dam kong ko hi tu pa siano mailam pai di hun te jong tu pa hi bangin manglai ki ma kai na te jom to suak zo bek tham luin tu pa ko teng bek luin tu pa mi tam pi tak ki mu khom in tu pa ki kum khom ja jen tu pa khan to na tak pi anga ta te nong swa sak le tu pa ni khan ni chang in kam le mi na ma di na ki jang the hi la ki na te jong nong swa sak di utin to pa nong zo pi sa hun te lungdam ko in kamai nga hun te khem pu nang ma khut kwang mon wai sunga to pa isu min suang in a pin thu kong en wi to ba sia no
amen
lung da ma mai sia mong
lung da mai
to ki pa ne na huranga phalo te kwai lung nuam thakena ki lip thei hi e to ran gel ni na